Welcome to this edition of Brittany's Bites. Today I am making a recipe that was recommended by a coworker, our reporter Andrew McClung. He said, hey, my wife and I love this, you've got to give it a try. When he mentioned it to me and described it, I wasn't so sure. But this has gone viral on social media, so it can't be that bad, right? No, I think it's actually gonna be good. What are we making? We are making cottage cheese pizza bowls. Yeah, so if you're getting that craving for pizza, but you're thinking, oh, I should not order delivery, give this a try. You're gonna get the same vibe, but you're gonna get a healthier version and a ton of protein. So let's get started. First of all, I have the oven preheating to 400 degrees behind me, but you can also make this in the microwave, I'm told. So you could cut the time in half, but I kind of want to get the golden brown ooey gooiness. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, out of the oven. So that's what I'm doing today, is baking it. All right, let's get started with our food processor here. And also, you do not have to do this step. I'm someone who likes to blend my cottage cheese when I make something with it. You don't have to do that. It's a texture thing, I know. So because I'm making more than a single serving, I'm gonna go ahead and use this entire container, which is 16 ounces. I'm gonna try to put it in here without, I'm gonna take the cap off, without making a mess. I don't know if I'm succeeding. Let me get this in there. And then to that, I'm going to add, of course, some pizza sauce. Now you can also use marinara sauce if that is what you have, no problem at all. Get this out of the way. Here's my marinara sauce. About 3/4 cup is gonna go in here. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this. I mean, these measurements don't really matter. It's all gonna come together and taste like a pizza, right? Okay, that's probably pretty good. Also to that, I'm gonna add a cup of mozzarella cheese, which ends up being about half of this bag here. So I'm gonna put that in, sprinkle it all around. Oh, and the countertop wanted some too. I'll just put that in there. Doesn't this look good already? I mean, can you imagine what this is gonna taste like when it gets all melted in the oven? I'm gonna also put in a little bit of Parmesan cheese, except I did not open this yet. Okay, stand by. Maybe I will put in some, yeah, there we go. All right, because this is what we put on pizzas too, right? I'm gonna put in some of that. And then I'm gonna put in some seasoning. You also don't have to do this, you can leave it as is, but you know I love my spice. So I'm putting in some red pepper flakes, quite a few, I want it spicy. A little bit of garlic powder. And then also some Italian seasoning. There we go. Okay, you could leave it at this. That's what many recipes do. But I also saw that somebody decided to throw in a couple of veggies. I love the idea of that. So what do you get on your pizza? Green peppers, right? So I'm gonna put in some of those, just as much as feels good. That feels right. And then also some red onions. Now these, I might have wanted to do this after I blended it up, but you know what? Too late for that. So we're gonna put this on and blend it up and then put it in our oven safe baking dish here. So it's gonna get loud for just a second. Okay, it's blended, very blended. So it should be good to go. I'm gonna take off the lid and then dump it into this dish. I'm gonna try to take out my blades here. It makes it a lot easier to get into the dish, okay? Dump that there. Oh, it smells great already. I can smell those onions and peppers in there. So once I spread this into the dish, we're gonna add a couple of more toppings. And again, like I said, I'm told, Andrew said, that you could do this in the microwave. So if you're coming home from work and you want something quick, you can just melt all of this together in the microwave. And then we're gonna talk about what we can serve it with to, again, make it a little bit healthier for us than eating a whole pizza. And we'll talk about that when we get it out of the oven. But I'm just gonna get this spread into the bottom here. Looking pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'm gonna add some more cheese and some pepperoni. And I've seen people use turkey pepperoni, again, to sort of up the health factor a little bit. I'm using plant-based, use regular pepperoni, whatever you have, that's just fine. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more mozzarella cheese, because who can have enough of that, right on top. And then I'm going to carefully place my pepperoni because I want it to look cute. So I will do that, and then I'm gonna pop it in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes, but give me just a moment to put on that pepperoni. Okay, this looks pretty good. It's gonna go in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes and get all nice and melty, and then we're gonna serve it up. Easy as that. Our cottage cheese pizza bowl is now out of the oven and ready to go. I had it in there baking for about 15 minutes or so, and then I cranked up the broil for just a minute or two so I could get a little bit of the golden brown on the mozzarella cheese, and it's looking so good. So now when it comes to serving it, of course, we're doing this instead of a pizza to maybe go lower on the carbs, not have that crust. So you can serve it with these little mini sweet peppers. I just cut in half. They're seedless. You can scoop it just like you would a chip. Speaking of that, if you don't want to do the peppers, you can do these baked pita chips. Also a bit of a healthier version. You could also do crostini, cut up some bread, however you want to eat it. Or I've seen people just eat it with a spoon, whatever floats your boat. So a big thank you to Andrew McClung for giving me this idea. I hope you give it a try. You can find the recipe online right now at WBIR.com.